This is my instructional video. Hi, my name is Michael Mihal, and I am sort of new to digital art, but I can still give you some tips. Today we will be talking about how to make digital art with your computer using a free software. I will talk about multiple aspects of digital art, such as finding a program, concept/character creation, doing a rough sketch, cleaning it up, coloring in, and shading. When finding a new program, you're going to want to look into the pros and cons of each program, such as this one has this feature, but is missing this one. I currently have a free program called 3D Paint, which I will be using to make the examples in this video. I think that it is good, but it is missing the ability to make layers and can make it difficult to convey depth. To download 3D Paint, go into the Microsoft Store and type in 3D Paint. Click the icon that looks like this. And then you're going to want to go in there and click New File to start a drawing. Inside of the program, there's multiple brush tools. If you want a good clean outline, choose the marker. If you want it to look like a pencil, choose the pencil tool. If you want to do a signature, choose the calligraphy pen. If you want dust or smoke, the spray paint tool works really well. It also works for blending and making something rusty. First, we will be talking about the process of character creation, then concept creation. When creating a character, you're going to want to make them have an appeal. To do this, you'll take something about it, heighten it. For one example is if they're lanky, take them and make them extremely tall. Another tip is to make them have a unique shape. Like this, so if you make them into a silhouette, you can still tell who they are among other silhouetted characters. Then it is good. You can achieve this by giving them certain attributes, like a really big head, a strange haircut, crown, a hat, anything marking their face, or even a unique body type. When coming up with a concept, you can take certain characters and give them a place to be, like a kingdom or a futuristic city. One more thing about concept is you're going to want to have conflict or multiple characters. If it has no conflict, it is going to be a boring story. One example is an enemy like an evil king, wizard, cyborg, or even an outlaw cheese block. A concept can be anything that you imagine. When doing a rough sketch, you are going to want to draw your character's shape. You're going to draw the shape of their hair and a little bits of their clothing. After that, you will want to start cleaning it up and make it look more professional. Feel free to use the undo button if you feel like something is misshapen. Once you finish the sketch, you will want to clean the shape up before coloring and shading the picture. If you're using a program with a line correction tool, you can use that. But since I don't have that on my drawing program, I won't be talking about it. Another thing you can use is shape or line tools to make them perfectly straight. I personally don't like this because I just like to freehand and go back and fix it. This option is harder, but honestly my favorite is but this is honestly my favorite. If your program has the layer tool, you are going to want to start a new layer. Use any of these and go over top of it. The 3D Paint program that I have does not have the layer tool, but you don't need it to go over top. When coloring, you are going to want to be consistent. This means you shouldn't do one arm one hue and another arm a different hue. You should try and match colors, contrast them, or have a certain color palettes. When picking colors that you think would work for a character, like a shirt that fits a hero or an enemy, or like a crown that fits an enemy. Colors can also have meanings such as green for nature and health or harmony, yellow for happiness and energy, blue for calm and passive, and red for danger, action, and adventure. When shading, colors are a giant part of it. Instead of just making it darker, use cooler colors. If you are using a red, you should use a purplish color, but more to the red side. You should shade in the areas that the light wouldn't hit as much. If the light source is above the character, the bottom would be darker. You should also put shadows if something is blocking the light from hitting a certain surface. Shading is easier if you know how light works in the real world because it'll look more realistic. You can also make something brighter and hotter if you need to make it look like it's in the sun. Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of time to work. Pause if you need more time to do your work. That was all I needed to say about digital art. Are there any questions? Thank you for watching my presentation on digital art. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.